It's November, and Susie won't let me hit. Or anyway. Hello everybody, it's me, Demented Ghastly here, with another Toll Drama video where we've created a Baldies Only season. That's right, all these characters have been bald at one point or another. As you can see here, we have Heather, Sierra, Heather in Island and Action, Sierra in World Tour, Richard got balded in his season. I missed his hair, man. Didn't deserve that. Dakota in Revenge of the Island, Ezekiel in Everything After World Tour, Alejandro in World Tour. Yes, I bet you were like, what? Yes, I'm still sick. I bet you weren't expecting that. Alejandro Walker is friggin' bald after he gets burned in World Tour when he's in the robot. Stacy in Revenge of the Island, Dave in Pocatello Island, Chef every day. I mean, Chris could be on here too, but I decided that only Chef should be in here. And then Lake is bald, if you did not know. Lucky. She is lucky. I'm gonna call you Lucky from now on. Anyway, let's get started. The first episode is purely character interaction. No elimination, all character interaction. All of them finding their bunks, talking with each other, making relationships, breaking relationships, that sort of stuff. And in the next episode, we put all that to use with paintball. A paintball challenge in which Team Balding Baddies wins due to Ezekiel's forest skills, Heather's ruthlessness, and Richard's ability to coach the players and be the team captain. Meanwhile, Team Hairless Heartthrobs, because we have Balding Baddies and Hairless Heartthrobs right here. I don't know why it there's originally like a... There we go. Hairless Heartthrobs gets rid of Stacy because God knows we can't take another episode of her. We cannot take another episode of her, and I stand by that. We cannot. No more Stacy. No. Why isn't my mouth moving? Why isn't my mouth moving? Hello. Hello. Why is my... Okay. Ba 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 ba. Hello. 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 Okay. Fine, whatever. In this one, we have a Trivia challenge next. Toll Drama Trivia, Outsider Trivia. Outside of Toll Drama Trivia, sorry. And there ends up being no elimination, but the Balding Baddies loses due to Chef knowing actually a lot about soap operas. In episode 4, everybody rewatches how they went bald. If they can't, then they lose points. They gain more points the more they watch of it. And everybody on their team also has to watch. People start feeling bad for Dave, but then see what he does after he went bald. And see what he decided to do for Sky. And so, they end up eliminating him after losing. Because, let's be real here, Heather can't watch hers. Alejandro doesn't want to watch his, but he ends up watching it. Lake watches hers. Chef watches his. or Chef doesn't watch his, and Alejandro doesn't watch his. Dave and Lake do watch theirs. Dakota doesn't watch hers. But Ezekiel, Sierra, and Richard do. And so they eliminate Dave here. We've moved on to episode 5, Rafting, which is literally just rafting. And they end up getting rid of Chef here. Alejandro convinces Lake through some sweet talk that getting rid of Chef would be logical because after merge he will be a danger and a threat. Episode 6, Race to the Other Side of the Island. Alejandro and Lake race there and get there first. Meanwhile, Richard gets there last, which causes his team to lose, thus having them vote him out. But in a pretty sweet way. They don't really feel anything bad towards him. Even Heather doesn't. And they all give him a hug goodbye. For episode 7, they have a cooking challenge. Let him cook! The half-mutant Dakotazoid does pretty well in this challenge. Alejandro adds some spices, but is ultimately sabotaged by Heather. And she tells other people that. She tells Sierra, she tells Ezekiel. She tells pretty much everyone. And thus, she decides that everybody should eliminate Alejandro here, and they do. Episode 8, A Fear Factor with haunted houses and rooms. All the characters have to face their fears. However, nobody's eliminated afterwards, so it's a complete waste for all of them to go through all that. Next, in episode 9, they have to escape Chef. The people that are able to escape Chef is just Lake. I said people, but it's literally just Lake. Next one, we have a video game simulation. Last person to grab a coin or trophy gets eliminated. The people that get out go by Heather, Dakota, Lake, and then Ezekiel, thus eliminating Sierra next. We move on to episode 11, a 2v2 challenge where Heather and Ezekiel are paired up, and Lake and Dakota are paired up. It involves all sorts of things. However, Ezekiel purposely slows Heather and himself down and acts like an idiot. At the end, giving her an evil smile, and she goes, "You! Wait a minute. You were tricking me the entire time. You knew what you're doing." And they all vote Heather out. For episode 12, they have to find the right key. To open the door of their needs. The first person to find his key is Ezekiel, making it into the finals. And then at the last second, while Dakota is running towards the door, Lake puts her key in the lock and opens it, thus creating a Ezekiel versus Lake finale. Both of them have had hard lives, and both of them deserve the money. Though I'm sure that Lake would want the money probably more than Ezekiel ever would, because he'd probably want more of the human interaction of being in the game. The canon winner is going to be Lake here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go outside, compliment someone's hair, and make the world a little bit better, please.